Yes, you got to be on the camera. All right, hello and good evening, everyone. Another edition of Cape Atlantic Live Football. I'm Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski. Sean Kniff handling our camera. Our executive producer is Matt Ulmer. Thanks for joining us here at Middle Township for the annual Anchor Bowl between Lower Cape May and Middle. And Middle coming in here at 0-2. Lower Cape May at 1-1, and they will play for that Anchor Trophy that is perched down below the scoreboard on the west side end zone. Middle Township won the toss. They will receive. They are wearing their all-orange uniforms with white helmets, and Lower Cape May wearing the all-white uniforms with white helmets.
Yeah, Brian, the 29th Anchor Bowl here played between Lower Cape May and Middle Township. Middle has a 19-9 lead.
Britton Walls kicks off. It's kind of a squib kick. Knocked down by a Middle Township player, and then bringing it up across the 30-yard line is number 43, Josh Moya.
Looks to be a very competitive game tonight, Bri, between Lower Cape May and Middle. Big rivalry in every sport, no matter what it is. Could be football, basketball, soccer, cross-country, baseball. Always a inter-county, few miles away rivalry. And some chattering going on before the game between both teams here at the field make this an interesting night tonight.
So one player to watch for Middle Township, he's out here on the near side, is Chase Moore. He's their big wide receiver, number 0. They're going to throw to him right away. He makes the catch, but Lower Cape May is all over him, and that's a great tackle there by Max Bracken, and that will go down as no gain.
Chase Moore, 6'5", 165, Brian, and he is getting some big looks from Central Connecticut on the Division I side for next year, as well as some smaller Division II schools. So the Middle Township staff expects him to play and carry on his career next year when he makes it into college. Second down for the Panthers.
So it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback is Joe Bacchius. He fires. It's tipped and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Lower Cape May. And running down the far sideline and into the end zone is Jonathan Fernandez. So Cape May strikes first. 35-yard interception return. We have whistles here. Is there a flag? No, I don't believe so.
No flags.
But so the touchdown will stand. It's an interception and a 35-yard return by Jonathan Fernandez, giving Lower Cape May the early lead.
Bacchus threw that ball, Brian, hit the Middle Township player right high off the shoulder pad and deflected right into the hands of Jonathan Fernandez, and he was able to scamper in 22 yards for the first strike and score the game for Lower Cape May. 6-0 Caper Tigers right as we started here in the first quarter.
Well, Britton Walls on for the extra point. Ryan Mallon is the holder. Good snap and hold. Kick is good. So it's 7-0 Lower Cape May on the 35-yard interception return for a touchdown by Jonathan Fernandez. And we are just a little over a minute into the game. So good start for Lower Cape May, Ed.
Very good, Brian. And talking to Coach Bill Damiano for Lower Cape May, and he wanted a quick start. He said he didn't really want to do anything special, wanted to start quick, try and get back to their game plan when they won their first game against the Pinelands, limit their mistakes and execute. And so far, that seemed to pay off early here in the first quarter.
ULMER'S Appliance Service is a flagship sponsor of Cape Atlantic Live Sports Broadcast. Give them a call at 609-399-4398 for all of your appliance repair needs.
Beautiful night here in Middle Township.
Yeah, Middle struggling a little bit with a young team. They are starting a lot of underclassmen. And actually, Ed, we'll get to the names momentarily, but they're starting 4 freshmen tonight.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Robert Hodges is starting both ways. Hayden Gilpin starting at receiver. Josh Moya, we saw him on special teams, and he's starting at D-back. And Caleb Lombardo starting along the offensive line. So 4 freshmen for this young Middle Township team. Certainly for Middle, their best days are ahead of them. They got a lot of, quite a few sophomores playing as well and a couple of juniors.
And it's nice to see their numbers up. 48 players dressed tonight for the game for Middle Township. That's a big number for them.
Here's Walls on the kick. This one's high, and it is taken by Moya, and he is hit and thrown down. Nice play by Cooper Milligan, short of the 25-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage by the Caper Tigers on that. Not much doing for Middle Township. And they'll give it another go here early in the first quarter, down 7-0.
So they mark it at the 24-yard line.
Lower coming in at 1-1, and Middle Township at 0-2 on the record this year.
Here's a handoff. Trying the left side here and breaking a couple tackles. That was a pretty decent run by Hunter White, a sophomore. There wasn't a ton of blocking there, but he did a nice job getting 3.
Yeah, Will Garrell, the big lineman, the big senior for Lower Cape May, making that tackle.
So
good coverage.
2nd and 7 for Middle Township. This is their second possession, interception return for a touchdown by John Fernandez on Middle's second offensive play. Bacchius takes the snap, hands off to White again. We have a flag thrown. White picks up maybe a yard, and this is in the area of holding. But let's see what the call is.
Yeah, they're going to walk it back a little bit. And that is
finally the indication is given, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And a couple of years ago, Ed, they changed the holding penalty and illegal block. It used to always be a spot of the foul penalty. And I think the argument was, you get a hold 7 or 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and now it becomes a 17 or 18-yard penalty. So anything in that line of scrimmage area or behind the line of scrimmage, they mark it off from the line of scrimmage. Now, obviously, if there's a hold downfield after a long run, they'll mark it from the spot. But this makes it 2nd and 17. Back to pass. That looks like he wants to run. Bacchius is taken down, though. Good hit by Jaden Henry, number 30 in there.
Real good read by Henry. He saw the quarterback drop back. He maintained his stance and did not drop back into a pass protection. Stayed with the quarterback, almost like the spy, and was able to wrap up for the tackle.
Credit Henry with a sack there because that's a loss of about 1. So it's 3rd and 19.
Lower coming out, firing on all cylinders so far tonight. Again,
kind of a warm night here, but there is a nice breeze coming out of the north. And I imagine when that sun goes down, it'll cool down a little bit, and players will be happy with that. Empty backfield for Bacchius. He's back. He throws quickly out in the flat, looking for White. It's incomplete. And Lower Cape May with a defensive stop here, and Middle Township will have to punt.
Yeah, a little extracurricular activity there between the Tigers and the Panthers.
Alex Nelson was in coverage out there. I don't think White would have gotten very far with that.
That was a little bit of a wobbler on the throw.
Fernandez and Mallon standing back at midfield for Lower Cape May. And the punter is Hunter White, the sophomore. And he's standing inside his own 5. Good snap. Gets it away. It's a low kick, angling toward the right side. And it'll take a middle bounce, but still Lower will have excellent field position at the Middle Township 41-yard line.
Great field position for the second possession, actually the first possession for Lower Cape May's offense, because they had a defensive score here early in the game.
So we'll have it 1st and 10 at the 41. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you all throughout Cape May County. CrestSavings.com. TKM Insulation serves all of the Philadelphia and South Jersey areas. Call 215-680-2972 for all of your insulation needs. 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May. At the Middle Township 41, they lead 7-0. 8:31 to go in the first quarter. Dave Douglas, the quarterback, goes under center. It's a toss to Ryan Mallon, and good hit from behind the line. Mallon does a good job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Davon Anderson, who's really one of Middle's top players, especially on the defensive side, got into the backfield there and hit him, but Mallon was able to spin out of that tackle and at least get back to the line of scrimmage. But a good play by Anderson to disrupt that play.
And Anderson coming off his last game where he had 10 tackles. So you are right when you say that's one of the main cogs in their defensive wheel for the Panthers.
Douglas again under center. This time it's a straight handoff. And Mallon's taken down right away.
And Mallon had a hard time hanging on to that ball for 1 second. He had to re-grip it before they tried to rip it out.
Seth Germano and Anderson in on that stop. Mallon got a yard. Bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, he was hit almost as he got met with the ball and almost fumbled the ball. He was able to re-grip it and tuck it into his left arm and maintain possession without fumbling.
2nd down and 9, 7:20 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Lower Cape May. 3rd down and 9. This is a toss to the other side. Mallon, and that's a good play on the outside by Germano, and he cut Mallon down after a gain of about 3.
That's a big defensive stop for the Panthers here, Brian.
Well, they're in an area, though, Ed, where I think they probably go for this.
Yeah.
It's 4th and 5, but it is at Middle Township's 36. So, and they are keeping the offense on the field here. At the high school level, a lot of times, anytime you're inside the other team's 40, and as long as it's reasonably manageable, most teams will go for it. Douglas in the shotgun.
Snap.
Wasn't ready for the snap, but he's able to corral it, throws, and it's caught. But I believe Cooper Milligan will be short of the first down. This will be close. They're marking him at the 31. Now the Lower Cape May coaches are indicating that they think it's a first down.
And we get up to about the 31.
And it looks like
measurement.
Looks like they're going to measure here. And this measurement, Ed, brought to you by Hall's Carpet Care. They can handle all of your carpet and upholstery and cleaning needs. Air, duct, dryer, vent care, home watch services. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com.
And you know they'll measure precisely before they come to put anything in your house for your carpet or HVAC there. Absolutely. Good call on that, Brian.
Muden Brewing Company on Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood is one of the East Coast's best craft breweries and a top dining and entertainment destination here at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at mudhenbrew.com. And it looks like they are short of the first down by a couple of inches, so they get the stop. Does Middle Township. Wow. And you know what's interesting, Ed? You really don't see a lot of measurements at the high school level.
You don't.
And that one was certainly close enough to measure. They were short by 2 or 3 inches.
Very close, and a great defensive stand by the Panthers. See if they can transfer that to the offensive side of the ball and maybe get some positive yardage moving forward with 6:25 to go here in the first quarter.
So give Middle's defense credit. They get the stop there on Lower's first offensive possession. Lower has this 7-0 lead on that interception return for a score by John Fernandez. Bacchius throws out to the right, and it's incomplete as Anderson couldn't come up with it.
He was being chased by Jason Carawan for Lower and had about a split second to get rid of it before he would have been sacked.
At some point, and I know he's getting some safety help, but at some point, Middle Township has to throw the ball downfield to chase Moore. Moore at 6'5" is being guarded by Ryan Mallon, who's about 5'8". and there is going to be some safety help to his side, but at some point I think you got to take a shot downfield and just throw a jump ball and let Chase Moore, who's also a very good basketball player, just go up and corral a rebound and go get it. This is a running play with White, and he's taken down by Max Bracken after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Brian, you don't see many 6'5", 165 wide receivers, especially down here in Cape May County. So that is a plus for the Panthers. The big question is, can they get him the ball downfield in a positive form?
3rd and 8, 2-yard gain, they call it there. 5:50 to go first quarter, 7-0 Lower Cape May. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live. The Anchor Bowl from John Roberson Memorial Field here at Memorial Field in Cape May Courthouse.
Mr. Roberson, a legend here.
Yes, he was.
In Middle Township.
Still is. It's a screen pass, and White's got some room. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet across midfield. Does he have enough to get to the end zone? Fernandez will track him down and sling him out of bounds just shy of the 15.
And there was the big play, Brian. Even though it didn't go downfield, it went 4 yardage downfield with the short pop pass out to the right. So that was a great flare pass for the Panthers, throwing it out to the flat to White, and White just turned it up. He only had one man to beat, and he was knocked out of bounds at around the 16-yard line of Lower Cape May.
And it looks like a Lower Cape May defensive player. I don't know if that's I think it's Max Bracken. Looks like he might have a foot injury, and he's very frustrated over there. That was a 52-yard catch and run by White down to the 16-yard line.
Almost on cue, Brian. You said they're going to look to go downfield at some point. Again, they didn't throw it downfield, but the short pass went downfield, and that's positive yardage and definitely throws a spark in the offense of the Panthers.
The Original Hotspot is one of the most iconic restaurants on the Wildwood's Boardwalk, located at Oak Avenue. The Original Hotspot is a strong supporter of Cape May County sports. Be sure to check out Ribeyes Steaks at one of the many special events and festivals here at the Jersey Shore. They're famous for their tomahawk steaks, ribeye cheesesteaks, fresh rolls, and much more. Ribeyes is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com.
Max Bracken able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. He's jogging off, so hopefully maybe a cramp or a tweak of an ankle.
I thought he may have turned.
Like he's okay.
Yeah, I thought he may have turned his ankle. He looked like he was reaching down and grabbing his foot. And I guess he'll get some treatment from the trainer, Frank Zelenek. But it looks like this isn't a real serious injury, so hopefully we'll see him back. 1st and 10 at the 16 for Middle Township. Bacchius hands off to White. And White does a good job just to get back to the line of scrimmage or maybe even gain a yard. He was hit in the backfield.
And off the White, second and 9.
Second and 9 for Middle.
They are looking at Max Bracken's left foot, maybe the toe area on the bench down here in front of us. So hopefully he'll be okay and be able to get back into the game. 4:55 and counting in the first quarter. 7-0 Lower Cape May with an early lead on the Panthers. The Panthers are moving and driving.
2nd and 9 at the Lower Cape May 15. Bacchius takes the snap. Hands off. And not much running room there for Greg Lazicki.
Greg Lazicki. No gain on the play. Third down.
So they call that no gain. And this will bring up 3rd down for Middle Township.
Good to see the lights are on here, and we have a home night game here for Middle Township.
Yeah, now remember the bleachers and lights were condemned here, so Middle has everything set up on the other side. Lower's fans are off to the sides of the bleachers.
And making it happen.
And they have portable lights here. Bacchius back to pass. He's going to look for Chase Moore in the corner. It is nearly intercepted. Coming over and making a play on the ball was Andrew Brandt. Brandt will probably tell you he should have intercepted it. It was good coverage by Ryan Mallon in the end zone there.
Yeah, that was excellent defensive coverage, double coverage. Nonetheless, the ball was thrown up, and Moore just couldn't get a hand on it with the two defenders from Lower blanketing him.
So it'll bring up 4th and 9. It looks like Middle Township will go for it here at the 15-yard line of Lower Cape May. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Lower holding the 7-0 lead on the John Fernandez interception return for a touchdown. And I got to think they're going to look for more again.
Yeah, I would
This
say
time
so.
he's lined up in the slot.
You might see a post play here, Brian, right to the goalpost.
Bacchius looking, hit, throws. It's intercepted at the
again.
10 by Ryan Mallon, coming around the outside, and then he's tackled from behind by Moore up at the 29-yard line.
Another great defensive play by the Caper Tigers for another forced turnover from Middle Township on the 4th down play, which
Give Bacchius credit, Ed,
Yeah.
because it's 4th down, and you're better off not taking that sack and throwing the
100%.
ball up and hoping one of your guys catches it or there's a defensive penalty. Now, obviously, it could backfire if Mallon runs it all the way back, but it's
Right.
actually the right play by Bacchius to throw that football.
that was a tough play. So Lower takes over, ball on the 20 or 30-yard line of their own. 3:38 left to play here in the first quarter with a 7-0 lead for the Caper Tigers.
Fake handoff. Douglas throws it, and it's caught. And first down and a gain of about 13 for Alex Nelson.
Great offensive play there. The play-action pass for Douglas. Nelson caught the ball, tucked it, and was able to pick up the first down plus a couple more. And Lower, Cape May mounting a little drive here.
Gain of 15. Lower going quickly here. They hand it off inside, and that's a nice run there by Ashton Ray, the sophomore. He picks up about 6.
And that's a name we'll call a little bit tonight, Brian. Ashton Ray's getting the ball more and more each game we see him play. He did get some time last year as a freshman, and that's one of the catalysts Coach Damiano is going to look to in the future to be an anchor for this team.
2nd down and 4, ball right at midfield. Douglas on first sound, hands off. It's Ray again.
That's a
This is going to
flag.
come back for a hold. Ray has big-time running room. He runs out of bounds at about the 25, but this is going to be a hold on Lower Cape May.
And Brian, the hold was away from the play. It was on the left side of the field. I just don't understand that for a minute because he was almost past the line of scrimmage when the penalty was called. I don't know. Just senseless hold there for the Caper Tigers. Nonetheless, they're going to walk it back.
That negates a 25-yard run by Ashton Ray. And now it'll bring up 2nd and 14. 2:38 to go first quarter. Tigers ahead 7-0.
Tell you, Brian, this field is really in nice shape. I was down there with you earlier.
Yeah.
Really nice, painted right, green grass, soft. Real nice complex here.
Yeah, the grounds crew here does a good job. Obviously, the bleachers and lights,
No,
they
they
couldn't
can't
control
that. Yeah.
Little counter. Mallon hit first by Anderson,
Wow.
and then he
a good
drags
run.
the second tackler, Aiden Edwards, a bit, and Mallon ends up picking up about 8.
It's a good run by Mallon there. He did drag a middle player on his back for an extra 2 or 3 yards. Brings up 3rd down for the Caper Tigers. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd
Sorry.
and about 7. 1:50 to go before halftime.
First quarter.
It's a long first quarter.
Feels like halftime.
7-0 Lower Cape May. Douglas going to throw
Looking
deep.
long.
He's got a man down there. He's looking for Fernandez, but it's incomplete. A little too far.
Good pass
And
by Douglas.
I believe Lower Cape May will punt here.
Good pass by Douglas. Tight spiral. He threw it. He can't throw that ball short because if he does, it's picked off. He let him a little bit too far to the sideline. Not a bad pass play. Of course you'd like to have the ball caught, but not a bad pass.
Jonathan Dupree, number 5, on to punt. And we have a whistle here. And a timeout is being called by Middle Township. So timeout on the field gives us a chance to let you know that the Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood is a dedicated supporter of local high school sports. Be sure to check out the pub for its delicious food, terrific selection of draft beers, live music, and more. The City of Wildwood Recreation Department is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com and local high school sports. 609-522-5837 for information on all of their events and programs. Troiano and Sons in Wildwood handles all of your concrete and masonry needs. Give them a call at 609-522-3355. One-Off Marketing in Wildwood specializes in screen printing, embroidery, garment design, promotional products, and much more. Check them out at oneoffprinting.com. So 4th down and 7 for Lower. With the ball on their side of midfield, they will elect to punt. I believe Middle called that timeout, Ed, to get Chase Moore on the field to return this kick.
And he is back for the first time tonight as the punt returner.
Dupree's punt.
Great kick.
It's high and pretty deep. Moore's going to let it bounce. It takes a Caper Tiger bounce all the way down, and it ends up as a touchback. That's not a smart play by Cooper Milligan.
Yeah,
Milligan had every opportunity to bat that ball back. Instead, dove on it, and his momentum took him into the end zone for a touchback. Otherwise, they could have had the lower Middle Township pinned deep inside the 5.
Yeah, a little lack of knowing where he is on the field. Little excitement, and he's being talked to on the sideline a little bit by the special teams coach there. It's okay. I mean,
he'll learn from it.
Yeah, he'll learn from it. And Middle Township, you know, they
young player. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, they dodge a bullet there, and that's okay. I mean, they'll start with the ball on their own 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for Middle at their own 20. Anderson is in as the running back now behind Bacchius. And he takes the handoff. Running right, cuts back. Has some room, then takes a big hit.
Handoff to number 7, Dagon Anderson.
And it looked like Andrew Brandt and Ashton Ray in there on that stop.
5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Good coverage by the Caper Tigers. Plug that middle up a little bit. Clock just under a minute here in the first quarter. You did say a long first quarter. There has been some pass plays that have stopped the clock that were incomplete.
Bacchius hands again to Anderson. And he's taken down. No gain. First hit by Phil Smith. Junior lineman. Anderson picked up 1.
Brian, number 2, Max Bracken, back in the game for Lower Cape May. He was injured earlier. Good to see him come back, get treatment, get back in the game. Tough kid.
Yes, sir. All right, that'll be the final play of the first quarter as Middle Township's going to stay in the huddle as the clock ticks down. And at the end of 1, it's Lower Cape May 7 and Middle Township nothing. As we go to the second quarter, the law office of Seth A. Fuscellaro at Rio Grande, New Jersey, and Wildwood is a proud supporter of high school sports at CapeAtlanticLive.com. Check them out at FuscelleroLawNJ.com. Casiello Basketball is South Jersey's leader in youth basketball development. Check out all of their programs at CasielloBasketball.com. The Boardwalk Basketball Classic, held each December at the Wildwoods Convention Center, is one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the country. Check out bbclassic.com for complete information about this year's tournament, which, as we all know, is held right around the Christmas holidays. The Balharbour Oceanfront Hotel at Farragut and the Beach in Wildwood Crest is a proud supporter of high school sports. Check them out at balharbourhotels.com. So at the end of 1, and you got to give Middle Township credit, Ed, because they've kind of settled into the game here. They had that big play by Lower Cape May, a bad start for Middle, second offensive play, a tipped pass, ends up as a 35-yard interception return for a touchdown. But, Middle is kind of settled in here and competing. And they have the ball here 3rd and 5 at their own 26-yard or just outside the 25-yard line to start the second quarter.
It's good to see Lower with some firepower because when we covered them last week, they were a little flat. They took that bad loss to Gloucester, losing 28-7, and were real flat towards the end of the game. They have a lot more pep in their step today. Of course, it's a rivalry game. You can't get up for this game. You can't get up at all.
Empty backfield. Bacchius looks. He's under duress, and he's taken down and sacked. Taken down and sacked by Jaden Henry.
Never saw it coming. Bry Henry around the right end and was untouched, unabated to the quarterback. He wound up taking him down for a big loss and a great sack for Lower Cape May.
That's a loss of 10. And on 4th down here, Middle will send on its punting unit. Mallon, the only man back for Lower Cape May, and he's standing at the Middle Township 38-yard line. And now we'll back up a couple steps. White just outside his own end zone, the punt. Good snap. Not much of a rush. Short kick. Takes a middle bounce. And will be downed at the 46-yard line. And Lower Cape May will start there.
Hunter White on the punt.
So Lower taking over. 10:58 here in the second quarter with a 7-0 lead.
Middle's defense has been good, Ed. Lower only has 1 first down to show for their offense on 2 possessions. They scored, of course, on defense on that interception return. So Caper Tigers will be looking to move the ball better here and potentially finish this one off with a touchdown. They obviously don't have very far to go. 1st and 10 at the Middle Township 46. Douglas in the shotgun this time. Hands off to Mallon. Mallon made a man. This is a really good run by Ryan Mallon. He made a nifty move to get around Davon Anderson, and he ends up picking up 5.
Lower Cape May again coming into this game with a 1-1 record, part of the Liberty division of the West Jersey Football League, sitting at 1-1 in that division. St. Joe, Hamilton, Cumberland, Absegami, Middle Township, and Oak Crest. So this is a divisional game as well tonight.
Big crowd on hand. You can see that on the other side, all the Middle Township fans. Keeper for Douglas. And he will have a first down and more. This is a gain of about 7 for Dave Douglas.
Douglas keeps it for a first down. Ball to 34.
Sun has peeked out from the clouds over on the horizon to the right side of the screen, obviously on the west side.
Lower getting some positive.
Lighting up the press box more than we need it to be.
A little bit warm up here as well.
1st and 10 for Lower at the 34.
Maybe the new press box will have some tin on the glass.
All right, so we have a full house backfield here for Lower Cape May. And they hand it off to Mallon. He's got some blockers in front of him. Cuts forward. Picks up about 2 or 3.
Yeah, lower mixing it up pretty good between the pass and run. Good to see that because we did not see that last week when we covered them. Trying to add to their 7-0 lead right now.
9:20 to go before halftime. 7-0 Lower Cape May. 2nd down and 7. Mallon stationed to Douglas's left. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it.
Straight keeper.
Cuts
Great
it.
block.
Good block by Mallon. And he gets up to the 35. Gain of about 5. We're going to mark him at the 36.
And Brian Mallon clobbered number 12, Aiden Edwards for Middle Township, and tried to spring Douglas on that end around there.
Yeah, and Douglas cut right as that block was being thrown, so it ended up being a nice gain. So bring up a gain of 5, 3rd and 2. Certainly 4 down territory here for Lower Cape May.
Lower with some offensive momentum so far in the game.
Douglas hands to Mallon. Makes a man miss. Has a first down and more.
Shifty move by Mallon there.
Caleb Lombardo, the freshman, got into the backfield, but Mallon slipped right past him and ends up picking up 7.
Smart play by Mallon there. A little shimmy shake and was able to ward off one of the defenders, and that got him the first down and more. A nice run for the Caper Tigers here.
Ball spotted at about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May. Douglas now with Ashton Ray to his right. Long count here.
Got movement
Yeah.
on Lower.
Fernandez flinched, so that would be illegal procedure.
False start against Lower.
I'll make it 1st and 15 for the Caper Tigers.
7.5 to go before halftime.
Terrific crowd here tonight, Bri. Friday night football. Nothing like it.
Beautiful night. Fernandez now goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Douglas will run. He's got some room on this near side. Finally cut down. That's a nice open field tackle there by Josh Moya. Douglas, though, runs down to the 10. He picks up about 14.
Yeah, without Moya knocking him out of bounds there, he's got a touchdown, Brian. He ran that play very well.
So it's
faked the handoff and took it to the left side.
2nd and 1 now for Lower Cape May. It's a little strange here. Ed, all the years I've been coming to Memorial Field, seeing middle on the far sideline.
So it is a little strange. It definitely is strange. I noticed that early tonight when I got here.
2nd and 1. They fake the handoff. Douglas rolling, throwing, incomplete.
Very fortunate. Seth Germanio almost had a hand on that ball, and had he was able to corral that in, he would have been going. There was nobody in front of him.
Noah Nagel was pressuring Douglas there. And it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
I think it's very important, Brian, that Lower amount something here and get some positive points on the board.
I think Lower came. I know where you're going here, because I think Lower came into this game as a favorite. And I think the longer Middle Township hangs around,
yes,
the more confidence they're going to get. But they need a big stop here. 3rd down and 1. Handoff to Mallon. And he's grabbed by Anderson. He is going to be close.
Lower Cape May looking for a flag. They did not get one there.
On the carry, no gain on the play, still 4th and a yard.
4th and a yard there for him. No gain. A tough run. Middle read that perfectly. He was gobbled up by 3 orange shirts for no gain and nearly a loss.
Massive play early in this game. 5:50 to go before halftime. And it looks like Lower Cape May will call a timeout. They want to make sure they get this right on 4th and 1. From property management, real estate sales, vacation rentals, and more, Cabrera Companies has you covered at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at CabreraCompanies.com. The North Wildwood Recreation Department proudly supports local high school sports and Cape Atlantic live broadcasts. For info on all of their programs and activities, call 609-522-2955. Square One Design handles web design, custom programming, internet marketing, and more right here in Cape May County. Check them out at designsquare1.com. Eric Simonsen and Antoine McClelland, New Jersey Assemblymen, are proud supporters of CapeAtlanticLive.com sports broadcasts. So,
yeah, Brian,
so here we go, 4th and 1. Big play in this game here in the second quarter, Ed.
Yeah, definitely be a big play here. Look for the play action actually worked well for Lower twice. Let's see if they go back to that again.
I got to think that they may also, Ed, try to go long. They might try to go double count here, but we'll see. They hand off to Mallon, and he gets the first down. He picked up about 2.
Just bulldozed his way right through the crowd there, and that was a good pickup and a straight run play with nothing fancy. Good timeout for Coach Damiama to get his players set, get the call squared away, and pick up the yard for the first down. Big play for the Tigers.
1st and goal at the 7.
1st and goal for Lower Cape May. Ball on the 7-yard line. 5:42. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff on Cape Atlantic Live, bringing you West Jersey Football League Liberty Division action between arch rivals Middle Township and Lower Cape May.
First and goal with the 8. Douglas will keep again. There's a hold right out in the open field there. Douglas ends up getting about 3 or 4, but this will come back. This hold is going to go.
Albie Phillips, number 62, I believe, for Lower Cape May, got his hands up high.
I actually thought it was on 21, and we have no 21 on our roster for Lower Cape May.
Against the Caper Tigers.
Well, we'll have to find out who that is. But I thought that's who it was.
Nonetheless, his hands were up high in the under the face guard area and under the shirt, so that was an easy flag for the officials to call the hold there.
So that'll drop them back 10 yards. And it'll be first and goal now from the 16. Douglas hands to Mallon straight ahead, picks up about 6.
And a good run by Mallon. Got to follow his blockers there on the left side and was able to pick up a chunky yardage there to try and get it back to manageable for the Caper Tigers. Lower knocking on the door here late in the first half. Middle having some confusion on defense.
Yeah, it looks like Lower was a little confused on the play as well, but Douglas keeps it, and he's close. No signal yet. They're going to mark him down at the 1, so it's a gain of about 9.
Both side judges had him down with a knee shy of the goal line, and that was mighty close.
So it's third and goal from about 6 inches away.
Lower Cape May knocking on the door here with 3:37 left to play in the first half.
And it's a keeper, and Douglas is in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Lower Cape May. 13-0 Caper Tigers on a Douglas scamper for 1 yard into the end zone for their second score of the game.
So they overcome the penalty there, where they had first and goal from the 16 because of the holding penalty.
Britton Walls back out to kick the extra point again for the Caper Tigers, and Ryan Mallon will be his holder. Kicking with the wind at his back. If there is such a help, there is a little bit of a breeze.
Will Torres, the long snapper. And this kick is good. Walls didn't get all of it, but certainly enough to get it across the or over the crossbar. 14-0 now Lower Cape May with 3:29 to go in the first half. So Lower Cape May took advantage of good field position after the punt. They started that drive at Middle Township's 46, and they go in for a score, and they now lead it 14-0.
And this is a big game for Lower, for both teams really, Brian, but for Lower being 1-1, they're looking up at Cumberland at 2-0 and St. Joe of Hamilton in the Liberty Division, both at 2-0. Absegami behind them at 1-2, and Oakcrest bringing up the backside at 0-2. Middle at 1-1. I'm sorry, Middle at 0-2 as well in the basement of the Liberty Division with Oakcrest. So a big game for both teams here.
All right, so Walls will tee it up.
I'll be glad when that sun goes down, bro.
Yes.
Whew.
This kick is pretty deep. Moya has trouble with it, but able to snatch it out of the air. And he'll return it up across the 25 to about the 26.
Bounced off his face mask right to his hands in stride. Nice recovery and concentration there for the Panthers and Moya.
At their own 26-yard line.
So 3:21 to go before halftime. Important drive here for Middle Township. Lower Cape May gets the ball to start the second half.
I got to think, Brian, that they got to start calling Chase Moore's number more. They got to call a design play for him, whether it's an end around, a jet sweep, something. If they're not going to throw him the ball, he needs to get involved in this game on the offensive side of the ball from middle to go. And he's at the top of the screen, all the way out on the outside, on a 3-receiver high set.
Baki is back to pass. Looking, it's a screen thrown too high for Anderson and incomplete. Middle screen there.
Pass intended to Anderson. Incomplete.
And it falls incomplete.
Middle going with 3 down linemen playing the pass and had it very well covered. Good defensive stand there by the Caper Tigers.
2nd down and 10.
Brian, before the game, I was able to get down on the field and talk to Coach Damiana, and they're a healthy team with the exception of Shane Lawler, and there's a name that I'm going to predict is going to be something for Lower Cape May moving forward. Young man broke a bone in his elbow first game and had a pin put in it, and he grew. I've known him for a few years now, and he's grown into a fine young man, strong and tall, and he's going to be a force for the Caper Tigers in years to come.
2nd down and 10 for Middle Township. Empty backfield here. Bacchius flips it out to Anderson.
Covered.
Not much there. Lower Cape May
Great
all
coverage.
over that play, and it's no gain.
Great coverage by the linebackers and the D-back, cornerback for Lower Cape May to read that, stay home, let him get the catch, and then swarm him and take him down for a 0 gain for Middle Township. 2:52 left to play here in the half, and Lower Cape May will take another timeout.
So this is their 2nd timeout. They want to try to get the ball back with a decent amount of time here. Middle will be facing a 3rd and 10 coming up out of this timeout. So all the teams we cover, Ed, are all away next week.
Yeah, we have a break next week. We won't be on the air. And
we'll see.
Unusual for that.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10 here for Middle Township. Lower has 1 timeout remaining. And they lead it by 2 scores with 2:52 to go in the half. Bacchius in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, looking. Draw play. He keeps, and he gets about 5.
Max Bracken on the tackle and takedown for the Tigers.
You know, I have a feeling Bacchius did that on his own. Lower calls timeout. They'll use their final timeout with 2:41 to go. I think if he was able to just hold on for just a split second more, I think Chase Moore was going to be wide open down the field, and you could tell by Moore's body language he's a little
upset.
Frustrated because he was becoming open down there, and Bacchius tucked it under and ran.
Yeah, another second to look downfield.
I don't even think he needed another second.
He could have seen him pretty much wide open, and he'd still been running.
Yeah, he was right at the point where he was going by his defender, and obviously at that point, Chase Moore has 4 or 5 inches at least on anybody guarding him. So at that point, you have to put that ball in the air.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen his height utilized tonight the way it should be, in my opinion.
4th down and 6, and White will be on the punt. Fernandez and Mallon back deep for Lower Cape May.
Ooh, almost
nearly blocked. Short kick. Bounces up nicely for Mallon, who takes it. And Mallon saved his team a good 10 yards there by catching that ball off the high bounce and runs it all the way down to the 41.
And Jonathan Dupree, number 5 for the Tigers, nearly had his hands on that ball to block the kick, just missed it. Lower's going to have 232, Brian, and 41 yards to make something happen here. Should be an interesting series. And they get the ball back to start the second half. This could be very good for Lower and very bad for Middle if they don't dig in and play some defense here.
Lower is without a timeout. By the way, we did get confirmation. Number 21 for Lower is Cole Cedarland. He's listed as 12 on the roster, but he's number 21. Douglas back. Flings it out to Mallon. A lot of room on the right side. Mallon cut down out there by Chase Moore, but not until he picks up about 14.
Again, that same play, Brian, that went for a touchdown. The flat screen pass to the right this time for Douglas, and was able to gain 14 yards on the play and set up another first down for the Tigers moving into Panther territory.
Lower was initially looking to hurry up, but then they huddle up. There's still over 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10. 27-yard line. Hand off to Mallon, trying the right side, breaks a tackle. This is going to come back for another hold. He picks up about 15 on that run, but a flag was thrown. And now we have a late flag thrown in at the end of the play. And let's see what this is.
The initial flag was the hold on number 77, Will Garrow.
The interesting thing, Ed, and again, I said this during last night's broadcast, I probably should bring a rule book with me. I'm not as well versed with the high school rules, but if that's a dead ball foul after the play, both penalties may be assessed here. I believe if that's the case, they would mark off the 10 for the hold and then march it forward 15 for the personal foul that I think was called against Middle. But let's see what they do here.
Good officiating crew tonight, Brian. A lot of experience down there.
So let's see here. They will. And so we have the hold on Lower. Personal foul on Middle Township. So it looks like they'll march off the 10, and then from there they'll go forward 15. So I was correct on that. Shocking, Ed.
Brian, you never cease to amaze me. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
It's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Another buddyism, God rest his soul. He would say that.
And that, so it's now 1st and 5. And that also momentarily, actually, it also stops the clock for Lower Cape May. That personal foul. Douglas rolling to the near side. He's going to throw, incomplete. He threw that ball over the middle. He had Cedarland open more on the outside, Ed. I don't know if he didn't see him or not.
Yeah, Fernandez thought he should have threw it towards the post. Had he thrown it to his right, he might have been able to lead Fernandez into the end zone.
Well, I thought Cedarland was wide open.
Yeah. There was a couple guys there for Lower that could have got a positive out of that play. A long first half here at Middle Township.
2nd down and 5. 1:49 to go. Douglas looks like a straight run to the left. Cuts it up and is slung down inside the 15. It's a gain of about 7 and a first down.
That'll stop the clock and move the chains in this high school game. So that helps Lower Cape May a little bit. Reset. They're going to go quick, no huddle. Try and catch Middle Township off a little bit, trying to hustle a player off the field. And they do.
Hand off to Mallon. Mallon to the right side, and he picks up about 6.
Mallon,
the workhorse for Lower Cape May tonight, running very effectively for the Caper Tigers.
Lower going quickly here. Another handoff to Mallon, cuts it left, and gets
He's
into
in.
the end zone. Hit at the goal line, but easily bounces off of that for the touchdown. And it's a 7-yard touchdown run by Ryan Mallon with 1:05 to go in the first half.
Why not feed him, Brian? He's been running the ball very well. We just talked about how they've been ground and pounding the ball, and Mallon has been spectacular taking care of the ball and grinding out 4, 5, 6, 7 yards every time he touches the ball.
Britton Wall's on for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick splits the upright. So it's 21-0 Lower Cape May with 1:05 to go in the first half. And that touchdown right there might be a dagger for Middle Township, Ed.
That is a big, big, big dagger. Puts them in a very deep hole, especially with Lower Cape May getting the ball back. They need to amount something here on this kickoff, try and get positive yardage up to midfield, and then they have to utilize Chase Moore, Brian. They're not throwing the ball to him. They're not getting him involved enough, in my opinion. And they have to do so in this next minute and 5 to try and get something on the board.
So Britton Walls will kick it off. And after they had some trouble offensively getting on track, Lower has scored on each of its last 2 possessions.
Yeah,
and
very
you
controlled.
add that to the interception return for a touchdown, and they have a 21-0 lead here with 1:05 to go before halftime.
Good effort on both sides of the ball for Lower Cape May so far tonight.
Walls kicks, taken by Moya at the 20. Comes up this near side and is ushered out of bounds at the 35. 1:02 to go in the half, and we'll see what Middle Township decides to do here. Yeah, I got to think, when you have a weapon like Chase Moore, Ed, you got to try to throw it up to him at least once or
That's
twice.
what we had talked about, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, he 6'5". You got to find some time for him. You got to design something for him. You got to get him involved. Like I said, even if you give him a running play, a jet sweep, something, put him in the backfield, something to get his legs moving and get him downfield. Brackus just not having enough time back there to set his feet and give Moore a chance to get downfield. And Lower, give credit to their defense. Credit to their defense. They've been playing really good on the defensive side of the ball.
Bracchius back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw deep and incomplete. Overthrew everyone.
And there's a flag there, Brian, and he was held up. He was definitely held up there. Number 4, Christian Cope from Middle Township got held. Probably illegal contact right around the 42-yard line.
Well, let's see what they call. You have illegal contact, a hold, or pass interference. Now we're still waiting for the indication on exactly what this foul is. It's definitely on Lower Cape May in the secondary.
And Cope threw his hands up.
And it is interference. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Next interference called against Lower Cape
And a first down. Right, so it'll move the ball up the midfield.
And that is what Middle Township was looking for here before the half, to try and get something together to get on the board and stop the bleeding here in a 21-0 hole to the Caper Tigers.
1st and 10. At midfield. Bacchius throws, intercepted by Ryan Mallon. He was looking for Chase Moore, and Moore didn't turn around to look for the ball.
Never saw the ball, Brian. He ran a different route. He was on a fly route on the left side to go deep. Never broke stride, never looked back, and Mallon stayed home, and the ball came right to him and makes the defensive turnover happen for the Caper Tigers, and really puts a dagger into Middle Township. I would imagine Lower will keep the ball on the ground, getting the ball back to start the second half.
Well, you never know. 48 seconds to go. Douglas is in the shotgun. See if they take a shot downfield. He is back to pass, and he's going to throw it deep, and he's looking for John Fernandez, who hauls it in.
Wow, what a
And
catch.
he's still on his feet.
Unbelievable.
Breaks a tackle and falls down at the 10-yard line.
Wow. What a grab by Fernandez down the left side of the field. He went up above the defender, made the catch at the 30, and just lost his balance at the 10-yard line, or that would have been another touchdown, Brian. Wow. Color me wrong on that call.
And I believe I don't know if he actually got out of bounds or not. So he did not get out of bounds there. So Lower spikes the ball to stop the clock with 33 seconds to go. Now remember, Lower has a pretty good kicker in Britton Walls, so they are definitely in field goal range here. But obviously at this point they want more. 1st and 10 at the 11. Lower Cape May ran the play that we've been looking for Middle to run all night. He threw the ball up to their best receiver. 2nd down and goal at the 10. Douglas rolls right. He's got a man
Wide
in the
open.
flat. It's caught, and it is a touchdown. Alex Nelson.
Wow. What a series for Lower Cape May in about 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds there, to put another touchdown on the board.
The terrific 53-yard catch and run by John Fernandez set up that play. And Lower Cape May now leading 27-0 with this extra point to come.
And the ball back in the second half after the 25 seconds tick off here in the first half.
Snap and hold are good, and Walls' kick is good. And it's 28-0 Lower Cape May.
Wow. Great, terrific call by the Caper Tigers with the 53-yard catch for them to set that touchdown up. A monster hole for Middle Township, who really hasn't done much on offense all game.
And, yeah, Middle scores 2 touchdowns in the span of about 40 seconds.
Lower.
Or Lower does, yeah. And they lead it 28-0 over Middle Township. And it's all Caper Tigers here.
Again, big rivalry. Both coaches know what it means to their respective teams and players. The chatter all week on social media, back here at the game, before the game. So this is a big rivalry.
And a large crowd on the other side that you can see on our video screen there. Middle Township certainly disappointed to this point as they trail 28-0.
And playing for that Anchor Bowl trophy in memory of Bill Garrison, longtime legendary coach at Lower Cape May Regional and athletic director.
Here is Moore on the return. Still on his feet, comes up to the 40.
Chase Moore on the return.
18 seconds to go. And now we have a flag thrown.
Undisciplined,
Yeah,
Ryan.
it's going to be some trash talking, taunting. We'll see who this is against.
Very undisciplined right there. Unnecessary with that little bit of time left in the first half.
Well, the unsportsmanlike conduct goes against Middle.
I kind of figured that out because there was no reaction from Coach Damiana and his staff other than to step back and let them make the call. Frustration.
This will move it back 15 yards to the 26. And if you're Middle Township, I think at this point, Ed, you hand the ball off and just regroup at halftime.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is throw something up and have it return the other way. It's already happened once tonight for a touchdown. Nonetheless, I'm sure the Middle staff will get in the locker room at halftime, regroup, put their heads back on straight, and limit the dumb penalties that they've had so far in the game, especially right there. Unnecessary to have that happen. after a decent return by Chase Moore.
The Lower Cape May in firm control here, 28-0 late in the half. Bacchius does hand it off. And that'll do it for the half. That was Greg Lazicki on the run.
And Jonathan Dupree on the stop there, number 5 for Lower.
So we'll go to the half, and it is all Lower Cape May. They lead it 28-0 over Middle Township. We'll come back with the second half in a little bit. All right, welcome back for the second half. Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski. And it is Lower Cape May in control, 28-0 here, and the Caper Tigers will get the ball to start the second half here for the latest edition of the Anchor Bowl.
The Anchor Bowl, Brian. Lower last won in 2017. So it's been a long time since they were able to hoist that Anchor Bowl trophy up in memory of their long-time standing educator.
So it's Lower getting the football to start the second half. All right, so Middle will kick off. And White's kick, kind of a line drive that Mallon grabs at the 20. And he's still on his feet, finally slung down. That's a good tackle in the open field by Gavin McGarity, but not until Mallon gets all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Lower seeing that they could pick up where they left off in the first half. A great offensive series in 3 plays before they have to score and to put their 4th touchdown on the board to go up 28-0.
First play of the second half here, first play from scrimmage in the second half. Douglas in the shotgun here with Mallon to his right. He hands to Mallon, and Ryan Mallon picks up a couple.
Brian, you were just talking about the lighting here. It's a little dim in the middle there with the portable lights. A little hard to see from up here.
Mallon with a carry, gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ball to 48.
Lower, almost at midfield. Early in the second half. Leading 28-0 here against Middle Township in Cape May Courthouse.
2nd and 8. This is a toss to Mallon now. He's going to try to turn the corner. He gets to midfield and is pummeled out of bounds. Nothing untoward there, and good sportsmanship by Anderson.
Very good sportsmanship.
As he pulls Mallon up after a gain of about 6. That was just, there was some contact going on well off the sideline, but that was really...
That's momentum. It's taking them out of bounds
momentum
there.
And balance,
yeah,
really.
Yeah, there was nothing, dirty or unnecessary there.
As soon as all the middle players involved could stop, they did. 3rd down and 2 at the 47-yard line. Douglas to keep. Hit by Anderson, but not before he gets the first down. He needed 2, got about 2.5.
Some good blocks up front for Douglas to pick up those 2.5 yards and get that first down.
And Douglas says, Lower Cape May didn't get a lot of success with the quarterback running the football last week, but Douglas has picked up some nice yardage for the Caper Tigers here this evening.
Yeah, very, very more confident in his ability tonight. He seems to be very sure of himself. His decision-making's been good so far, and that's something we haven't seen that we've covered so far this year for Lower.
1st and 10 at the 44 of Middle Township. They fake an end around. Douglas keeps it. That's a nice tackle there in space by Colin Proxon, a sophomore. And if Proxon doesn't make that tackle, Ed, I think Douglas might have had a big gain there.
Yep, he had nothing in front of him but a defensive back that was about 20 yards behind him. Or I should say in front of him.
2nd down and 8 for Lower Cape May, leading 28-0. 9:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Three receivers split to this near side. Ashton Ray in as the running back. They throw it to him out of the backfield, tries to make a move. Good tackle again in the open field, this time by Hunter White. And it's a gain of only about 2.
2. It'll be 3rd and 6. Ball on the 4.
So 3rd and 6 for Lower at the 40-yard line of Middle Township.
Just under 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Lower with a comfortable 28 lead and moving the ball again to open up the second half.
Douglas rolls. He wants to throw. Still looking. Still looking. Throws. Caught by Fernandez for a first down. It's going to be a gain of about 10. We heard a couple middle coaches above us on the roof of the press box yelling for a hold there, but the flag never came.
Good for the first down. It'll be first down.
Jonathan Fernandez, a big catalyst tonight for Lower. Key catches, key yardage, yak yards after catch for the Caper Tigers to put them in a good position here in the second half.
Ashton Ray again in at running back. Takes the handoff, hit from behind the line, and Middle Township does a nice job there. And looked like Proxim was in on that again, along with Landon, Bowden, Thrasher.
I was almost getting ready to say a horse collar tackle, but the Panther player reached for the back of the collar but let go right away and did not bring him down by the back of the jersey.
2nd down and 11 now for Lower Cape May. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. They are firmly in control here, leading by 4 scores at 28-0. They started the game well. 35-yard interception return on the second offensive play of the game by Jonathan Fernandez to get Lower started with their scoring. Here's a toss to Mallon, who comes back into the game. He's got a few yards, but still bring up 3rd and long.
And Brian Mallon runs really hard. He is a hard-nosed, we talked about it last week, north and south runner. He's coming off hobbling a little bit right there, but he is a tough kid, man. He puts his head down and works for every yard he gets.
Competition was different last week.
Agreed.
But I agree with you. It seems like he's running with more purpose tonight.
More confidence. Agree. And Coach Damiana said he was very happy with the way practice went this week, despite losing last week.
3rd and 7. Ball at the 27. Douglas back, has time, throws outside, caught right around the first down stick.
It looks like they're going to give it to him.
And that catch by Jose Ramos.
First time we've called his name tonight.
Good for a first down.
He just went out there to the right side, sat down and waited for the ball, and Douglas hit him right on the spot for the first down. Nice play. Lower with the give up the middle.
Yeah, Ashton Ray gets a couple yards there.
Maybe 2 or 3. And Lower knocking on the door again, Brian. Push this to 35-0 possibly.
And they are the other thing they're effectively doing here, Ed, is they are really chewing clock. We are just about midway through the third quarter here on this opening possession of the second half by Lower Cape May.
Yeah, they've had it a good 6 minutes right now moving forward.
Douglas will keep this. Following his blockers, cuts it up. That's a good run.
Still on his feet.
Really good run inside the 10. He's very patient. He just waited for the blocks to open up something, and then he hit the hole and went hard. And it's a gain of about 9 or 10.
Another hard-nosed run by Douglas. Made up his mind, waited for his blockers, like you said, and then just followed him until he got tackled. Good gain for the Caper Tigers inside the Middle Township Panther 10-yard line, and looking to put more on the board here in the Anchor Bowl 2025 edition.
And they're getting a lot of success to the left, and that's no surprise because their best lineman is Will Garrow, the senior. Cole Cooper doing a nice job over there as well. They run to the left again. Douglas inside the 5 now, and that's a gain of 5.
Douglas on the carry.
And Middle looking a little tired right now, Brian. They're getting pushed back off the line, quick off the line by the Lower Cape May linemen.
And again, Just a clock-chewing drive by Lower Cape May. They have taken more than 7 minutes off the game clock on this opening possession of the second half.
.445 left to play in the third quarter.
Douglas again to run. And he gets down to about the 2. That's a gain of 2.
Injured player for Middle Township on the field right at the 10-yard line. Not sure who that player is. Can't see a number from here just yet.
Well,
injury timeout on the field. 4:28 left to play in the third quarter. Lower Cape May 28, Middle Township nothing.
ULMER'S Appliance Service is the flagship sponsor of Cape Atlantic Live Sports Broadcast. Give them a call at 609-399-4398 for all of your appliance repair needs. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. CrestSavings.com. TKM Insulation serves all of the Philadelphia and South Jersey areas. Call 215-680-2972 for all of your insulation needs. The Muden Brewing Company on Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood is a top dining and entertainment destination here at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at mudhenbrew.com. Hall's Carpet Care can handle all of your carpet and upholstery cleaning needs, air duct and dryer vent care, and home watch services. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com.
That was number 7, Devin Anderson, Brian, for Middle Township. Looks like he had some cramping going on in his one calf area. He's able to get up off the field and walk off under his own power. Good to see.
Yeah, he's a player. Yeah, Davon Anderson is a player that Middle certainly needs.
And I'm sure they'll work to get him back in after he sits out one play of the series.
So 3rd and goal at the 2. This time they hand it to Ashton Ray, and he's going to be taken down short of the goal line. They're going to mark him at the 1.
Hand off to Ray. Little gain on the play. It'll be 4th and goal.
Lower not even thinking about kicking it. They're going to try and punch this in and put another 7 on the board. Look to see Douglas keep this again, Brian, and run to his left. It's worked every time for him.
He's in the shotgun here. He does run, and he does run it in for the touchdown.
Every once in a while, get right, Brian.
Yep. It's that thing about the clock being broken clock being right twice a day.
There we go.
So with
Every now and again.
3:35 to go, it's now in the third quarter. It's now 34-0. Lower Cape May on top. And Britton Wall's on for the extra point. Again, Will Torres is the long snapper. Ryan Mallon the holder. Snap and holder good. And the kick is through the uprights.
Kick up and good for the extra point.
35-0 Lower Cape May on a monster night here in Cape May Courthouse on top of the Middle Township Panthers in the annual Anchor Bowl.
And Ed, this 35-point score will put the game in a running clock here. So the clock will run in most instances here now for the remainder of the game. If Middle scores, it can be stopped. It would be Middle's option. By rule, actually, it stops. But if Middle were to cut the deficit, I believe, below 30. And Britton Wall's, Ed, I believe, is now 11 for 11 on extra point kicks so far this season.
And they had some pretty good kickers here.
The Lowers always traditionally had good kickers.
Yeah, they had Sarah last year. He was a good kicker for them for 4 years, and that's good to see. And we might see some new faces coming in the game for Lower Cape May. Looks like Coach Damiano's got some younger players kind of prepping them to get ready to go in. So it'll be good to see some young blood get in that game and get some varsity experience here.
Here's the kick. It's a good kick. Taken by Moya at the 15. Still on his feet at the 30. And dragged to the turf at the 32.
.318 left here in the third quarter. Commanding lead for Lower Cape May, 35-0.
Yeah, and this, this could go quickly here as the clock is now running. And but we'll see what Middle Township can do here. I mean, at this point, just want to string together some a good possession here. Get a couple first downs, maybe punch a ball in the end zone at some point.
Yeah, get to see some young kids that we haven't called this year yet to play on both sides of the ball, hopefully for both teams.
Well, good news. Anderson's back in the game at running back. They throw. They get it to Chase Moore. That's a good tackle. Good tackle by Nelson out there.
I'm telling you, Brian, Lower's defense deserves a lot of credit. They're really playing the zone coverage very well. They're keying in on Chase Moore. He has not been effective tonight at all. When he does get the ball, they're on him quick. And give credit to Lower's defense, their middle linebackers and their secondary. Staying home, not gambling, and making things work, plus the 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. So they are really playing well tonight on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd down and 10, inside 2 minutes to go, third quarter. This is a handoff. Cutting it up. Nice little run there.
Fumble.
I think the ball, they're saying the ball's down.
No review here in high school, so we won't have a coach's challenge there. And there's a timeout, an injured Panther in the backfield.
Greg Lazicki on that run, and he picked up 6. And we'll check on the injured player. The Original Hotspot is one of the most iconic restaurants on the Wildwood's Boardwalk, located at Oak Avenue. The Original Hotspot is a strong supporter of Cape May County sports. Ribeye Steaks. Check them out at one of the many special events and festivals here at the Shore. Famous for their tomahawk steaks, ribeye cheesesteaks, fresh rolls, and much more. Ribeyes is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com. City of Wildwood Recreation Department. It's a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com and local high school sports. 609-522-5837 for info on all of their events and programs. Troiano and Sons in Wildwood handles all of your concrete and masonry needs. Give them a call at 609-522-3355. The Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood is a dedicated supporter of local high school sports. Be sure to check out the pub for its delicious food, terrific selection of draft beers, live music, and more. And a lot of that more is next week at the Irish Festival.
How about some good wings there, too?
Yes, excellent wings. And they have a lot of great entertainment for the Irish Fest next week. One-Off Marketing in Wildwood specializes in screen printing, embroidery, garment design, promotional products, and much more. Check them out at oneoffprinting.com. Casiello Basketball is South Jersey's leader in youth basketball development. Check out all of their programs at CasielloBasketball.com. So they're checking on this injured middle player, and we have not been able to determine who that is just
Brian,
yet.
Looking ahead, we talked about how our local teams are going to be on the road. Next week, the 19th, all 3 teams, Wildwood, Lower, and Middle Township, will be on the road. Middle visits Oakcrest, the winless Oakcrest Falcons. Lower Cape May visits Absegami, and the Wildwood Warriors will be at the winless Lindenwold High School for their matchup next week. So all 3 local schools.
On the road next week. It is Davon Anderson who's injured again, and it is a cramp. They were working. They had that rolling instrument that they were running up and down his.
He's being helped off the field with some assistance.
They're running up and down his calf.
That's not good to see. It's a shame. Hopefully, it's just a cramp, not a calf injury or more.
And by the looks of this, he may be finished for the evening.
Yeah.
1:34 to go in the third. It's all Lower Cape May here.
Clock will resume running on the snap.
Oh, actually, on the
They're
whistle.
going to wind it now. They're on the whistle.
Bacchius with an empty backfield here. Looking, throws, intercepted
again.
Intercepted by Max Bracken. It's the 3rd interception by the Cape May defense.
I'm telling you, Lower's defense came to play tonight, Brian, and there you have it again with another interception that was almost another pick six, but he was stopped as he tried to break free. 105 and counting, 35-0, and Lower will take over in the Panther territory, end of the field in Panther territory at the 32-yard line.
Lower will stay with its starters for now. Leading 35-0. 40 seconds to go. Clock is moving here in the third quarter. Douglas goes under center. Hands off. As I was saying, they went with their starters, but this is a new running back for Lower Cape May. That was Britton Walls.
Britton Walls gets a carry.
Gain of 1. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So Lower Cape May firmly in control here as we move to the fourth period. 35-0. The law office of Seth Fuscellaro at Rio Grande, New Jersey and Wildwood is a proud supporter of high school sports at CapeAtlanticLive.com. Check out all of their services at FuscelleroLawNJ.com. The Boardwalk Basketball Classic, held each late December at the Wildwoods Convention Center, is one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the country. Check out bbclassic.com for complete information about the tournament. No word on which games Big Game Ed Gorski will be officiating. The Balharbour Oceanfront Hotel of Farragut and the Beach in Wildwood Crest is a proud supporter of high school sports. Check them out at balharbourhotels.com. From property management, real estate sales, vacation rentals, and more, Cabrera Companies has you covered at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at cabreracompanies.com. North Wildwood Recreation Department proudly supports local high school sports. For info on all of their programs and activities, call 609-522-2955. Square One Design handles web design, custom programming, internet marketing, and more right here in Cape May County. Check them out at designsquareone.com. Simonsen and McClelland, New Jersey Assemblymen are proud supporters of Cape Atlantic Live Sports Broadcast. So we go to the fourth, and it's Lower Cape May leading at 35-0. Another handoff to Walls. Finds a little more success this time. He picks up about 5.
Walls in the carry gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Lower just going to ground and pound now, Brian. I don't see them going to the air. There's really not a need for that right now. They want to just let this clock run, get some new faces in there to play and get them some touches. The kids work hard all week in practice. Step into a varsity game and get some varsity experience for Coach Damiana, who's looking to go to 2-1 on the season. Snapping the handoff.
And this time, breaking a tackle. Wow. That is a terrific run there.
Ashton Ray.
And off to Ashton Ray.
Good run by Ray over the right side. And a pickup of about 14 yards on that carry.
So Lower now has it 1st and goal at the 10.
1st and goal.
And again, the clock is moving here.
And Lower not looking to take the foot off the gas just yet. Again, it is a rivalry. It's been a while since they've won and beaten Middle.
Douglas hands off to Ashton Ray again, turning the right corner and running into the end zone. 10-yard touchdown.
And off to Ray in for another Lower Cape May touchdown.
And that'll put it at 41-0, Brian. A big run by Ashton Ray to get into the end zone. Middle just looking dejected right now and defeated as they are in a unbearable hole down with 10-11 to play and running on the game clock.
Oh, Ryan Mallon, the holder, wasn't paying attention, and now he's Yeah, Britton Walls was looking back to the sideline. Where's my holder? And one of the assistant coaches started screaming for him, and Mallon ran on. High snap. Mallon pulls it down nicely, and the kick is good.
Britton Walls has not missed. He's not, and his extra points aren't even close. They're great kicks. That's a good thing to see for the Caper Tigers. Well, now, Brian, you got to think, what do we do as middle, as a team? You can't get much offense going. You can't get a stop on defense. It's a tough sledding uphill right now.
You just got to play the last 10 minutes like it's nothing, and just see what you can get out of it. I mean, that's it's really all you can do at this point.
Brian, we have to point out legendary girls basketball coach Paul Baruffi on the sideline for the Caper Tigers.
Yeah, he's been an assistant coach for the last few years for Lower Cape May.
Great success at Ocean City High School with the girls program there.
And was a longtime assistant football coach there as well.
Correct.
So Lower did run some subs on during this kickoff here. Walls has it teed up at the 40. Moya back at the 10. It's up across the 20. And is pushed out of bounds across the 25.
And we'll be calling some different numbers now on defense for the Caper Tigers. A lot of freshmen in that kickoff for the Tigers. A legendary name, Ridgway. We've heard that name before, number 33, Evan Ridgway, getting some varsity time there.
Lower Cape May is calling a timeout, and we know exactly what this is for. They just want to get organized here. They are putting some subs into the game, and I'm sure a lot of this is also about, hey, we have a 42-0 lead here. Let's show some good sportsmanship. You know, let's not get out of hand here and that dumb type of thing.
Yep, nothing dumb, and play hard but play safe, and yeah.
And, Lower also has a different quarterback warming up on the sidelines as well. And Connor Milligan, number 8, will come into the game, assuming Lower Cape May gets the football back. He is throwing on the sideline to assistant coach Eric Wolf, whose brother Matt is an assistant at middle. And Eric was a very fine athlete in his day here, was the starting quarterback for the football team, also played in the Carpenter Cup as a baseball player. And he's now an administrator and assistant coach for the Caper Tigers.
I tell you what, Brian, if you're not familiar with Cape May County sports and the high schools we have here, the Big Five have put out a lot of great athletes to play college and even pro sports between Lower, Wildwood, Middle, Wildwood Catholic, Ocean City, and Cape May Tech. That's a bad snap over the head, covered for a monster loss.
Yeah, Corey Gaskins is in a quarterback here.
And an unfortunate snap over his head. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 14 yards.
Yeah, back to the ball. They had the ball at the 28. Now it's back at the 14.
Yeah.
9:05 to go.
Even I can figure that one out. 14 minus 28 is 14, you know? Not too bad.
Didn't even have to pull out your calculator.
I did not. That's right. 42-0 Lower Cape May on top of Middle Township.
Gaskins hands off. And the hole closed quickly for Greg Lazicki. A gain of about 3.
Gain of a couple yards. It'll be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 22. So Lower Cape May will go to 2-1 after this result. And after they got the big play on defense to take the lead, but then they had a slow start offensively, but then they've really poured it on from there. And we have some movement.
False start on
Pre-snap movement there.
Middle Township.
False start call against
Again, you referenced it to like calling a traveling play in the.
Wow, that one kind of had to be caught, and I almost think that was on that infraction might really be on the center.
Yeah.
Because it was almost like the entire line moved, and the ball didn't.
Yes.
So,
kind of throw the flag there and hope for the best now.
7.5 to go. And it's been all Lower Cape May, and this will go down as one of the more lopsided victories in terms of margin of scoring margin in the history of this rivalry.
Yes, sir.
And most certainly in the recent history of this rivalry. Here's a pass complete to Chase Moore, but that actually will gain nothing.
pass complete to Chase Moore.
Unfortunate for that young man, being such a talented athlete, to be part of this lopsided game and really can't get much going for him. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Middle Township.
Alfredo Sanchez, number 12, and Jose Ramos, number 14, are back deep for Lower Cape May here. 6:20 to go.
Middle Township player late coming into the line there.
Hunter White standing at his own 1. He's had to punt a few times from down there. This is high but short. And it bounces sideways toward the middle sideline. And, well, a middle player picked it up, or a lower player picked it up and then lunged forward. Kind of a dangerous play there. And it'll go down about the 29-yard line.
Another series for Lower Cape May deep in Middle Township territory with the running clock here at John Roberson Field in Cape May Courthouse.
And we are atop, buddy, or Ed, this is the kind of not official, but it was kind of named the Buddy Tarbot press box here. So, we appreciate Middle.
Absolutely.
The nod to Buddy Tarbot here.
Longtime legend and your partner for a long, long time.
Cooper Milligan is in at quarterback. He hands it off. And that is a really, really tough run there by Jesse Carawan. And he picked up about 8. Again,
another name that we haven't called all season. Good to see him in the game and getting a positive play out of that for the young man.
2nd and 2 for Lower. Inside 5 minutes to go. It's been a very quick second half after the once Lower Cape May got the margin to 35. We've had the running clock ever since. Milligan hands off again to Carawan. Man, you're going to be close to that first down.
Carolina again on a carry.
Carawan is a freshman, Ed.
Terrific. Good to see freshmen playing varsity ball here and getting some experience, Brian. They are the catalyst of the growing part of the program in each of these schools. And without a good freshman base, your future is dim. And both these schools have good young freshman, sophomore classes.
Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd down, and I know, actually, Ed, they did award Carawan the first down on that run.
Under 4 minutes to play here. Lower Cape May deep in Middle Township territory.
Milligan hands off. And
good run.
There's a really good run there.
Wow. He picked up 4 or 5 good yards after contact.
Vinny Grasso.
Good to see that.
Sophomore.
Number 23, Vinny Grasso on the carry.
Lower just grinding the clock down now. Approaching 3 minutes left to play here in the game. 42-0, a monster lead for the Caper Tigers.
Yeah, I don't think Lower Cape May is really looking to score here, but they are playing the game. I mean, they have some younger kids in the game. If a kid breaks one, he breaks one. Yeah. But
we talked about that before. When it's hard to tell a young freshman, you get in varsity time, hey, don't score,
right?
or don't run. They work hard. This is their time, and you got to give them a chance.
Milligan will run it. Turns the corner. Good hit there by Aiden Edwards, number 12, after a gain of a couple.
Gain of about 2 will be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 for Lower Cape May. 2:20 to go.
Lower really playing well tonight, Brian. Confident, solid offense, solid defense, both sides of the ball.
Let's see what happens here. If Lower gets this first down, they can take a knee and run out the clock. Carawan this time on the carry. Good cut.
It's going to be.
He's going to be real close to that
real close to the first down marker. I don't think they're going to measure. I think they're showing fourth down coming up. Just shy of the first down mark. 4th and 1 for Lower Cape May. 1:37 running clock here. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff, CapeAtlanticLive.com, bringing you West Jersey Football League action. Lower really smothering Middle Township tonight with a monster 42-0 lead.
Clock approaching a minute to go.
They're
Milligan
taking
taking a long time here.
Yeah, they're taking a real long time here.
And they took a timeout. Lower ran the clock, ran the game, the play clock all the way down to 1 second, and then called a timeout. So timeout on the field with 55 seconds to go. And Lower Cape May, as Ed mentioned, first time in 8 years.
8 years, 2017.
They will win the Anchor Bowl.
And they'll cut into the 19-9 record of Middle Township, having 19 wins to Lower's 9. They'll give them their 10th win of the series. 29 years in running. Used to be a Thanksgiving Day game, Brian.
Right.
They moved that a little bit, and then COVID screwed things up, as it did everywhere.
The whole thing with the way they moved
the
season around, it's hard to play a Thanksgiving Day game now. Milligan will keep it. Spins away, so he gets the first down. That's a good run by Cooper Milligan. And then we're going to have a late hit. I don't know if it's necessarily a late hit, Ed, but a player for Middle really came in flying with the helmet. Either way, it's a personal foul. But Milligan got the first down, a gain of about 3.
Yeah, not a smart discipline play there. Again, frustrations mount. Attitudes are you're getting beat pretty bad on your home turf on a Friday night in front of your home crowd.
And Lower will not even run another play, so they're going to just end the game here as we're inside 20 seconds to go, and the clock will run out. And Lower Cape May will win it 42-0. An impressive win for Lower Cape May in the Anchor Bowl. For our executive producer, Matt Ulmer, for our camera person, Sean Kniff, for my partner, Ed Gorski, I'm Brian Kniff. Lower Cape May 42, Middle Township 0. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live.